Okay, I'm just gonna jump right in. Bear with me, I just need to copy the link because I can't do that until the live stream goes live. YouTube technical issues, as always. Just go ahead and do that. Pick your car and driver. Everyone. Just Botrix. And here we are. Welcome to another Escape Route stream. Today we're checking out Slashing Knight. This comes to us courtesy of YUGIKOBO. I requested a key for this game on Keymailer and was provided a key. The Keymailer page was very interesting because all the text on the page was in complete, I want to say Chinese. I think so. In complete Chinese. There was a trailer, and it was mostly just an attractive lady in sort of like a Devil May Cry style game. The thumbnail for the video, she's sitting all like legs crossed. Sheridan Smith. Was that her name? No, Sharon Stone? Who was the one in Basic Instinct? Sharon Stone? Legs crossed, sat in the chair, you know, holding a gun sideways. I thought, yeah, alright, I gotta check this out. And, interestingly, the Steam library says that this game is uncompatible with a controller. Supports controller. Right, I'm gonna play through on easy because I'm a scrub. Welcome, Matt Solo. You sure you want to start the mission? Yes. Tips. Aerial attacks are more likely to increase damage rate. She's even got a shoe off. It is beautiful. There is foot. There is foot. Nicely done. Right. Change weapons. Enhancement. Change weapons, lock on. Gun is square. Short range weapons, triangle. Dodge, jump. So it's a little bit more sort of bayonet-y than... Oh my god, it just won't stop giving me messages. Ah! Alright. So yeah, it's a little bit more bayonet-y than I was expecting. That's jiggle. That's jiggle physics. Jiggle physics. Boing, like jello. Like absolute jello. Welcome, Jacob. How's it going? Jello. Boing. No, like, feedback on the shooting. Like, one frame of the hand moving. So yeah, I'm getting... Okay, that jump is sort of bayonet-y, and then the shooting is very DMC. Liking the way it feels so far. Do I have a run? Is the run automatic? The run is automatic. After you hold forwards for a little while. Okay. Teleport. Well, I've never claimed to be good at spectacle fighters. But this feels as good as, say, Devil May Cry 1. Okay, as good as Devil May Cry 2. Damage rating system? Oh no. There is a... Oh no. Just like a Devil May Cry. The better you fight, the more damage you deal. At least it's not making the music only play if you play well. Like in Devil May Cry 5. Lots of invisible walls here. I'm kind of impressed. There's witch time! There's witch time! The game has witch time! What the fuck? Alright, get off me! The game has witch time. Wasn't the PT clone supposed to be today? The PT clone was supposed to be last week on Tuesday, I think, and I ended up doing something else. Hold up. Let me have a look. What I do in the place of the PT clone? Why are you calling it a PT clone? Oh, because I call it PT in the description. I'm not sure. Today, February 17th, Devil May Slay. I think I ended up doing... Oh, that's right. We had the PlayStation State of Play reaction. It was going to be on the... What was it? Wednesday or Thursday? Whenever the PlayStation State of Play was. And I decided I was going to cover that instead. So it got pushed back. It'll be Thursday this week. Restart from save point. Is it that easy to die? Konami listed Darwin Paradox as Xbox. I'm pretty sure that Xbox posted something along the lines of every game at the State of Play is coming to Xbox. I'm pretty sure CD Keys now has a pre-order reduction set for Delta. So I'm thinking about hooking myself up with a Delta pre-order. Got an ad when you begun reading my chat. I ain't gonna repeat myself. He says, about to repeat himself. Well, you know, we can have the ads off on Escape Route if I make, I don't know, let's say 50 quid a month on YouTube sponsorships. Let's say that. Channel memberships, 50 quid a month. I'll turn the ads off. Sounds pretty good. If it ever does happen, that'll be a long way off. Right. It says something about skills. Oh, I've got points I can spend. About to be jump scared and ad appears. Well, in some ways, ads are, like, scary. Strengthen perfect dodge. Prolongs the invincibility duration of a perfect dodge. Magic shield. Can be released when enemy attacks at close range. When the enemy in front hits the magic shield, the enemy's attack will be offset and the movement will be slowed down. So it's a parry. It's a parry. Move in the direction of the enemy's attack and press Y. Yep, avowed. I'm going to make sure that I install it in the morning. I should have really preloaded it today. Because I've spent all day Ugh! Spent all fucking day troubleshooting Linux on my mother's laptop. So I probably could have. Oh, I got fists too. Okay, cool. I could have. I could have had it preloading all day. See, let me tell you. Let me sort of paint the picture, right? My mother's got this old Asus laptop, right? Real piece of shit. It was a piece of junk when she bought it. Barely runs Windows now. Complains, coughs, you know. It can't handle like Windows 10. It panics. It constantly harasses her every time she turns the laptop on, telling her about how she'll need to update to Windows 11, right? On a device that definitely would not be able to run Windows 11. So I said, you know what? I'm going to install Linux on your computer. Sorry, I'm just trying to break the game here. I'm gonna install Linux on your laptop. But don't worry, like the usability of Linux is so good now that, you know, it'll just be like using Windows and you won't struggle with it at all. Just like, I don't know. I'm like, trust me, we'll give it a go. So I installed Linux on my laptop as like a proof of concept to prove that Linux would work on an Asus of that era, right? I've had nothing but issues because the CPU in that laptop specifically is a certain age Intel that really doesn't like the modern Linux kernel. And I have had to switch to an older Linux kernel. Otherwise, Firefox hangs. Firefox hangs when you try to do anything other than look at the homepage. Am I going to stream Doom in May? I won't have Game Pass then, so it'll be a case of justifying a month of Game Pass as a spend in order to play Doom. You know, if Xbox would actually give me a fucking key when I ask for one, then, you know, it wouldn't be an issue. But because I constantly get rejected PC Game Pass keys and get rejected keys for things like Doom and Avowed, my only option is to spend to play them. I'm going to level with you. When a publisher and developer like YUGIKOBO takes an opportunity on me, you know, takes a chance on me, offers me a key, as far as I'm concerned, a game like this is far more interesting to me than Avowed. You know, if Xbox wanted to get in my good favors, they'd give me keys again. I say again, they've never given me any. A Bakugan game on Xbox Game Pass. Would that be like an outright games thing? Fuck. Buy them. It's a situation where I won't buy an Xbox game that's on Game Pass if I can beat it in the space of... Oh, you mean an old Bakugan game, not a new one. Right, okay. I think I have one of them on Xbox 360 and maybe both of them on Wii. The Xbox 360 physical versions are getting very expensive now. Very hard to get. So I'm not sure if I actually have the 360 version or not. I'm going to switch weapon. Let's do it. I've not used this yet. It's got a good attack speed. I can't remember what block is. Like, what this most reminds me of is something like a D3 publisher, like a Tamsoft, Onechanbara, or, you know, something like that. A PlayStation 2 era budget title. That's the feeling I get from this. Reminds you of Gravity Rush. Oh, of like Cat. Yeah. I can sort of see that. I was hoping the save point would respawn. Hey, Draven! Check it out! Jiggle physics. I like this, but there's definitely a lot of polish that it needs. Like, objects, popping in the distance. I'm already starting to get a little bit tired of the enemy variety or lack thereof. This strikes me as a game that, like, people who are good at spectacle fighters would get into, but someone like me who's kind of shit at them would probably struggle. Fucking... Oh! Fuck! Yeah, so far we've had like 2 or 3 enemies, and they're basically the same. Oh, fuck. Whew. This would be good if I didn't have to mash square. Like, if I could hold down square and the shooting happened automatically, it'd be fine. Because there's a specific pace, right? If you're going mash, 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 it's uneven. If you're going tap, 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 tap. There is a faster fire rate, but you have to be, like, oddly, perfectly timed with your taps. Where's the next save point? Dead Island 2. Yeah, I need to go back to the expansions for that. Basically, let me tell you what's happening with Dead Island 2, right? So, Garlip's significant other, Pumpkin Blades, has said, oh, we should really play Dead Island 2. And Garlip's is like, oh, I don't know, Dead Island 2 doesn't really appeal to me. I've got shit taste in video games, right? And I'm saying, yeah, we should do Dead Island 2. Around about Christmas time, Dead Island 2 on Steam went down to half price, right? And at that point, I said, hey, Dead Island 2 is 50% off. Oh, new enemy type. He's got a sword. That's new. Dead Island went down to 50% off. And I said then, you know, if we're going to do Dead Island 2 as multiplayer, I will buy my copy for 20 quid, you know, right now. They're like, I don't know. You're not prepared for it, or whatever, you know, or we can't do it right now because we can't afford it. It's like, okay, fair enough. So I didn't buy Dead Island 2 then. And then, a little while after, It's like, oh, you know what would be really great if we played Dead Island 2? I'm like, Simba, what the fuck did I just say? You know? So that's why nothing's happened with Dead Island 2. Expansions with Ant, I think, would require Ant to buy the expansions, which I don't think he did. I mean, when that game came out, I bought the special edition, and I bought the expansions. Before the expansions were even available. And then, you know, I didn't play the expansions on Xbox. Gotta love the Devil May Cry 2 / Devil May Cry 4 guns, where you can just keep shooting and just win. Dead Island 2 on Xbox Game Pass. I don't think that would apply in the case of Garlips and Significant Other. They would be playing on Steam, and I don't know if it has crossplay or not. Oh, this looks kind of serious. Restart from save point. I mean, mechanically this is fine, but even on easy I'm feeling a little bit weak. Perfect dodge. Increases invulnerability time. Right. White Knight. Press Y during the right time during the attack. RB, back, and Y in the air. Dash forward in the air. RB, back, forwards. Galloping slash. Chain slash. Y in the air. Y, delay, press Y. Air dodge, enemy step. When approaching an enemy, stomping on the enemy in midair. Increase the maximum distance you could teleport. Okay. Can I go back and get some more skill orbs? Love how you can see the objects in the distance popping in as I get close. Afraid not. Doesn't look like it. Right. Well, if there's no way to get more orbs, I'm just gonna have to wing it somehow. Did I respawn with the... Yes, I did. With the soul gem. Okay. Then I've got a shot at this. You wish Xbox made a Bayonetta-style game. Yeah, it's called, Dragon Blade, or whatever it was. Scalebound. Oh, make a game and release it. Right, okay. I mean, they made a game, and then they just didn't release it. £8 for Nescafe Azera, $3.70 with Club Card. Yeah, okay, that's profiteering, isn't it? That's racketeering. Woohoo! Got one. Thank you for playing this game. If you like it, please leave a review on Steam. We really need your support. Hold up! Is that it? Please tell me this is in early access. This is in development, right? It's not listed as early access. It has one stage. Product received for 3, 10 out of 10. I don't listen to you. Spicy Demon Man TTV. I don't listen to you. Janky CAG character action game with 1 level. I could try it on normal. I'll try it on normal. Because there's no way I'm gonna let us, like, finish a stream of this game 27 minutes in. Let's jack it up to normal. Mission select. Oh boy. I love having 1 mission. Let's try it on normal. Let's rate their stream. No. Let's see how I do on normal, because my timing was pretty good on easy. Fuck. He says my timing was pretty good on easy. Been watching a lot of the Junk Tape Lutter. Yes, thank you for commenting on them. It's been awesome. I don't profess to being good at... Oh my god. Oh my god. Ah! Ah! Season 2 is not coming soon. Season 2 hasn't even been started yet. I'm sorry to say. Things will go full speed after... This coming Monday, I have an appointment with my work coach at the job center. That will be when we go through the conversation. This is what it's like to be on Universal Credit and running a business as a sole trader. Once that conversation has been had, and I am officially not looking for work, then I am in a position where I can then take the time to figure out the action plan. What I'm struggling with right now, and I'm going to be honest with everybody, what I'm struggling with right now is editing. I usually love editing, right? Right now, if I sit in front of, like, Adobe Premiere, I feel sick. Like, I look at it and I freak out. I usually love editing. Just, something has happened, like, in my head, and it doesn't work for me right now. And, so, what I need to do is have a talk with myself. Yeah, I could try changing the software. I could, you know, just stop being such a chuckle fuck and actually edit videos that are sitting there waiting to be edited. You know, it's how long the editing takes. I understand now why these YouTubers that have, like, entire swaths of editors that work for them, why they do that. Because as fun as editing is, it can be so draining. So I just want to kind of remind myself why it is that I liked editing in the first place, and what it was I liked about editing. If I remind myself of those things, I think I'll be able to get back into it. And it's, in part, it's all about editing things that you actually enjoy working on, right? I recorded all this footage for a pot noodle review video, right? And then the actual editing on that is droll. And I think it's because the subject matter is just kind of boring. When I'm editing something like a video game review, it's a completely different story, right? Because I get to put in jokes, I get to put in funny quips and clips. It's an entirely different kind of editing experience. Whenever it's an obligation, it's more draining to me. Like, all the time I'm obligated to cover a game on Keymailer, for example, and it's a video, it gets incredibly just, like, draining for me in the brain, and I have no idea why. I think once I'm officially, you know, doing the YouTube and the selling t-shirts and everything full time, then it's a whole different story. I'm doing it for me, I'm doing it for fun, and, you know, the people who are here joining me along for the ride. You know, there's no expectation outside of that they're going to watch me, and they find me funny, and they find me entertaining. Like, my biggest worry right now is money. Naturally. You know, I've been out of work for a year. There's only so many times you can sign on at the job center without feeling, like, incredibly empty inside. Do you think you'd get into this one, Leza? Because I know you like DMC. Specifically, like, what, 3 and 5? I get this in a way that I don't necessarily get DMC. It's very Bayo. and I like me some Bayo. I've been meaning to play Bayo 3. It's been sitting on my shelf forever. I bought the Trinity Masquerade Edition, and then never opened it, never played it. Ugh. 3 and 5. DMC4 Bloody Palace as Virgil. It's an infinite judgment glitch. Judgment! Do you know my name? Judgment! Lady? What, in which Devil May Cry? Oh, Bayo, because it has a lady in it. Right, okay, I see. Kill me. Kill me. I've already taken a hit. Oh, this game because it has a lady in it. Maybe, I think just because it feels Bayo-y. Maybe it's time I actually went back to the original Bayonetta and gave it another chance. I'll tell you what ruined Bayonetta for me, right? I got into Bayonetta right at the peak of Xbox 360 save file editing. Oh, this... No. I just had this top a very long time. In fact, it's very dirty. The only reason I'm wearing it right now is because it's hard to see the stains on the small webcam. Otherwise, I'd be wearing something else. It was a case of... I downloaded a save file just to see what the game was like, and I loaded it up, and a whole bunch of achievements popped. And then I went into another menu, and a whole bunch more achievements popped. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm not that interested in it now, you know. What's the point of playing it if there's no achievements tied to it? So, I walked away from it. I think now, playing Bayo on Steam, or the PS... Actually, I sold my PS4 copy. I won it as a... in a prize on Twitter. In a game giveaway. And I sold it. So it was worth like 20 quid. Yeah, the time freeze dodges, or the witch time, is very Bayo. It's that, and the double jump that, like, gives me the Bayo vibes. Even though I know the double jump was in original DMC as well. I can't go back and save, can I? No, save points disappeared. Oh, that's irritating. How much health do I have? Yeah, this wears its influences on its sleeve. For sure. Like, it's not fooling anyone. The creators of this game clearly... Oh my fucking god! You friends with this asshole? You friends with this fucking asshole, huh? You friends with this asshole? Friends with that asshole too, huh? Huh? Friends with that asshole? Unbelievable. Feels like that one JoJo meme. Feels like that one JoJo meme where They're beating up the one dude, and then all the friends join in. Except it's the opposite way around. They're not lightsabers. Lightsabers are copyright Lucasfilm. They're Lumen stilettos. Oh yeah! Who's next? I love not being able to see the action. Shoot him in the dick. 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 Oh, I'd love it if a pink-haired Chinese lady shot me in the dick. Bang, 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 bang. Yes, harder. She keeps shooting me in the dick. Why does she keep shooting me in the dick? Skill issue. Instant thunder kick. Entering RB back and Y. RB forward and Y. Oh, like that, okay. That's legit. Fucker. Oh, that's annoying. That takes me back so far. Today I said to a worker here at my apartment, I've been trying to beat my 400-ish game backlog for 2 years, but I never get into it, and he was like, no, because finish and destroy almost has the same pronunciation when said here. He's like, no, don't destroy your 200 game backlog. 400 game backlog. No, don't destroy it. I'm like, no, that isn't what I meant. Well done, genius. Oh, the checkpoint's all the way back here. Oh. Well, I wasn't expecting this stream to be so short, you know. I was expecting the game to be one level. Oh, I figured out how to pull that move off. Hmm. Like, this definitely has promise, right? But as it currently stands, it feels like an early access game, but without the early access tag. I could see someone on Steam being disappointed with this game in its current state and seeking a refund. And it's not going to be good for the dev, because, you know, they're probably relying on this game's sales to help fund, like, further development. If they got to risk losing that money through refunds. I think it's about $5. Let me look it up at the next quiet moment. Let's see. £2.49. Yeah, it isn't a lot, but I could see someone buying it and going, oh, there isn't much here. I feel like, to be fair, players are really spoiled now on Steam. Like, you can get so many great games for so, like, ridiculously cheap that if someone sees a game for $5, they're gonna be, you know, disappointed when it only has one level. But what's here is extremely promising, and I'd definitely be interested in checking this out when it's done, right? Because it reminds me a lot of... There's a game called, I think it's like Mitsugi Hikage or some shit like that. It's got some really, like, complicated Japanese name. That's, like, similar to this. It's 2 playable characters. It's Devil May Cry style combat. But all the game's levels are, like, circular arenas. And it's really kind of boring. What this immediately has over a game like that is environments that actually feel like kind of like meaningful in universe. Mitsurugi Hikai, the fuck is it called? Mitsurugi Kamui Hikai is the name of the game that this reminds me a lot of. Well, this the exact opposite, essentially. That this game actually has a bridge that is a location that you travel through that has an A and a B. All the levels in Mitsurugi Kamui Hikae are all circular arenas where nothing happens, just waves of enemies come in, and then you beat one wave and it's the next level a bit. You know, no matter how nice it looks, it's still a circular arena with enemies. So, you know, if this game gets finished, you know, then it's already got something on, like, similar character action games, because it actually has environments that are interesting. I wonder how the devs of this game does the full release. I do wonder how the full release will go. Every Steam news post, right, is like, update on February 16th, added an item system. So before February 16th, yesterday, this game didn't have an item system. If I had reviewed or streamed this game a couple of days before, we wouldn't have the item system. That gives you an idea of how in progress this is. And I feel like the game should have been a little ways ahead from where it is now before a developer starts asking money for it. You know? The game should be a little bit more complete before you start asking money for it. Even if it's only $5, you know. Now, if they were asking $5 for it, but it had an early access tag, then it wouldn't be a problem. But without that tag, you're basically saying the game is finished. Steam doesn't treat a game any differently if it's in progress or not, if it doesn't have, like, an early access tag. As far as Steam is concerned, it's a full game. It's no different than a game that's completed. That's what makes this a difficult recommendation. Since I would have to recommend to players and purchasers on the store a game that I know is incomplete. Now, on the other side of the coin, it's a game that I'm fairly confident will, at some point, be in a finished state where I could recommend the purchase of it. It might get there. What I would say to players is, although it does not say it on the store, treat this as an early access game. And if you treat it as an early access game and you like what you see, then, you know, get it. But if you treat it as an early access game and you think it has a ways to go, then hold off. I suspect the price may go up as the game is further developed. I'm gonna be fairly kind to this one in a biased way, you know, in a clearly biased way. And I'm gonna say, because this publisher and developer took a chance on me by providing me a key for their in-progress game, I'm gonna say I would be more inclined to recommend this. Now, that's not me actually saying I recommend it. It's just me saying I would feel more inclined to. And that way, I don't actually have to recommend a game that's clearly incomplete. Dick shooting, you got that. Cheap, 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 cheap. Fuck. I've had enough. If there was more to this game, I'd have more to say. But essentially, what we've got here is a demo that the game's developer... Yeah, that's a good point. Mission 01 implies the existence of Mission 02. This is a demo that the developer is asking you to pay for. That's not cool. If the game referred to itself as... I'm curious now. If the game referred to itself as early access, I don't think it would be an issue. But because it doesn't, I think that's a bit shit. Let me have a look. Resources. I could take the game apart and see if it has more levels. If there's a Mission 02 buried in the code somewhere. As it stands, very cool. I like where this is going, but at the same time, don't ask someone to pay $5 for a game that is clearly unfinished, especially if it doesn't carry an early access tag. That... I'm sure it's accidental, but that appears scummy. I'm not saying it is an intentionally scummy move, but it appears scummy. Keep an eye on this one as it develops, but it feels far too early for the developer to be... It feels far too early for the developer to be asking money for it, and it feels far too early for the developer to be giving out keys for content coverage. Because you run the risk of giving a key to someone like me, who isn't going to go, yeah, this is really cool, awesome, 10 out of 10, best ever. Instead, you give a key to a person that says, yeah, I see the promise in this. Shouldn't be charging for it right now. I hope I don't burn any bridges with this developer, because I clearly like what's here. I just think it should be in more of a finished state before handing out keys and before asking for money. Basically, that's what I think. Well, I'm gonna bring it to a close here now, because I'm kind of tired anyway from hours of Linux troubleshooting today. So I'm gonna kick back in the Fortnite voice channel and play some Fortnite tonight. Members of the Discord, if you have the Fortnite role, feel free to join the lobby and hang out. If you don't have the Fortnite role, I can give you the Fortnite role if you want to hang out. And then tomorrow we are checking out Avowed. I will make sure I preload it tonight. We'll be checking out Avowed as part of Game Pass. I want to see if this woke game is actually fun. Because I have heard the game is fun. It looks a bit like Immortals of Avium-y, and that reminds me, I still haven't played Immortals of Avium. I think that's why Rainmaker doesn't give me any keys anymore. Because I didn't play Immortals of Avium when they gave me a key for that. Yeah, we'll play Avowed tomorrow. And then Wednesday night there is no stream down because I will be providing commentary for a Disney's action game featuring Hercules speedrun over on Struggle R. I'll make sure to share that in the promotion channel when that's happening. Right, I'm not going to keep anybody. Pop into the Fortnite channel if you want to hang out this evening. Until next time, if we live that long, take care, bye-bye. £5, $5 for a demo.